Hey guys, coming to you with a review of my Smittybilt XRC 9,500 pound winch. I got this particular model with the cable wire. As you can see, it's looking good. This model does not come with a wireless controller. It's only wired. I prefer it that way. I don't want anything getting in the way of me in a recovery successfully. Came with the wiring, of course, from the solenoid to the winch, and from the winch and solenoid to the battery with split loom over the positive wire. There's a nice plus. Plenty of cable. I hear some people complaining about the cable. Route them correctly. Go in through here, hold it tight against the brace and the splash cover for the radiator, and you've got an extra foot on the ground cable to the battery, and you've got an extra 6 inches on the ground on the power cable here. The solenoid is mountable in a couple different options. You can configure it so it sits here, or it sits here, or it sits this way here, so that the XRC would be facing the front of the Jeep. Included with this winch, which takes a standard pattern here, was the bolts and necessary hardware to bolt it down. It does look like good hardware. It's not grade A, but it is good. Came with a roller fair lead as well. This seems to be okay. It's pretty scratched up, but I've spooled this out and preloaded it twice now and used it on a pole, so not complaining about it. It does look like it has C-clips here. It does look like you can grease the fittings in there if you would like, or the little plastic washers, if you will. Other than that, the cable that it comes with is nice. It's 93 feet long. It's got a removable tow hook on it, which is also nice here. It is a clevis, does have a pin. You can take it off. I know some people were complaining about that too. The winch is fairly quiet. The remote, which I don't have, it's packed in the Jeep, is very nice. It's the cable's about 12, 14 feet long. It was long enough for me to run it from the winch to the hood latch to keep the cable from getting the tire or getting kinked up in there. We definitely don't want that. I was able to route it through here with a mirror for the catch through the window and operate it while I was driving. It's very handy that way. There's no delay. Unlike the wireless remote, I've heard that the wireless remote has some delays on it. If you take a look underneath the Jeep, you can positively ID that these differentials were dragged completely through the mud by the power of this. And it was halfway submerged. I had it up to about the first hinge of the door in water. So you can take a look at that. And when it comes down in the front end, it's about right where it should be. The remote also has a magnet on it, which is very helpful. I was able to sit up on top of my hood to avoid getting wet and operate this winch. And with the magnetic remote, I was able to stick it here while I was working on the winch. I didn't have to worry about losing it. It was over the water. I did drop it in the water regardless of the magnet on it, and I pulled it out. It does still work. I'm not saying it's waterproof, but it is at least water resistant. So if you guys are looking for a good winch, I would check this one out. I'm going to give it a 5-star rating.